Hey y'all, and welcome back to our channel. Today this video is gonna be really anyways, today this video is just going to be basically a story time questions that y'all y'all did ask over and over and over and over again, and it is regarding the situation, my boyfriend and all of that. We talked about it, and we decided that we were gonna give y'all the backstory on it. I'm going to give you the backstory on my end, and when he get home he'll do his backstory, which will match up. But you know, I can't think for him, he can't think for me. But basically it's a story time on how this whole little thing happened. It's not much, but it's much. And the reason why we took so long to not speak about it or say anything is just, for me personally, it was more so I wanted it to be private, because for me this has never happened around me, to me. I've never seen nothing like this other than TV. So for me, it was more so I wanted to keep it private. It was a lot going on in the beginning, and it was a lot that couldn't be said because we just did not know. It's like we knew, as far as having faith in what we wanted and what we prayed for, but we just did not know. And sometimes you gotta just keep your mouth closed and let God work, and then you could speak about it, give your testimony. But I'm gonna just give y'all a little rundown about what happened, and I hope this clears up some of the stuff that y'all asked. But the things that I don't clear up, you gotta wait for my man to talk about it. And for the people that think they know or wanted to put it out before we can, this is our life, my life, his life, our relationship. You can't clock tea that you don't have other than what you seen. You feel me? So I'm gonna just start right there. Okay y'all, so basically from the beginning, for me, so y'all, I met my boyfriend in 2022. We were not dating, we had just met on TikTok. We was cool, we was friends for a long time, over a year, y'all. We didn't get together until well after. So y'all probably seen us on TikTok doing this and that, but we never were boyfriend and girlfriend, right? But when I first met him, he was on house arrest. He was on a box monitor. And for me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where I was, I don't be paying attention half of the time. But when we first had our initial conversation, he kept it real with me. He said, I'm fighting a case, blah blah blah. He told me the rundown, and I was like, huh? It didn't register for real. It registered, but it was I don't know, I guess I didn't really dig deep into it. And we talked on the phone briefly. He told me what was going on, but I never was let me know detail for detail, because at the end of the day, I'm in Orlando, he's in Ohio, so we're not in a full-blown relationship. So it's not I need to know this, you feel me? We were just friends. And so, and him being on that monitor, he had a video on his TikTok with the monitor on. It was a pinned video, y'all. I never seen the video. I seen the video, but I don't think it clicked, y'all. I be doing a whole bunch of stuff. It didn't click oh, you in the house, you feel me? So that was that. And so that was kind of part of the reason why he could never come see me. I know a lot of y'all probably been following this for a long time. It was why he can't come see you? Why he ain't come see you yet? And y'all had theories on why he couldn't come to see me. That's why he was on house arrest. He could not leave. He couldn't just fly down here and do all of that. So that was part of the reason why he didn't come see me. I didn't go up there right away because we were building a friendship. We were friends. It was rocky. It wasn't like solid at the time. Like, we was friends, we was cool, we was getting to know each other, we were vibing, feeling out each other, you know. So I didn't end up going up there until like, that's when we met 9 months later. I was just like, no, look, I'm going up there. But when I went up there, he wasn't on the monitor. I didn't ask no questions. I was just like, oh, he not on the monitor no more, okay, cool. Like, and he was handling his business, so me stepping back, I'm letting a man deal with his business. Like, we wasn't together, so I wasn't trying to be deep into it. Like, what's this, what's that, what you got it? Like, I wasn't doing all of that. I was just like, okay, he said he got it, he got it. Let him, a man be a man, you feel me? He wasn't on a monitor. And then this is when, like, he moved to Houston. I was going to Houston. We were seeing each other. Boom, boom, bam. Mind y'all, y'all have to think, y'all have to see how I'm thinking. He not on the monitor. He's getting on flights, y'all. We're like, we're literally booking flights here, there, New York, Colorado, Orlando, like Houston. He's going back and forth. He's flew into Cincinnati. Like, all of these things are happening. So I'm not thinking like he got a warrant. Like, that never clicked for me. I don't even think he knew he had a warrant. Maybe he did. Maybe he, I don't know. That's why his side of the story will be told when he can tell y'all. But I did not know like he had a warrant. I didn't know none of those things because, like I said, I feel like when you have a warrant, if they really want you, they gonna come. They came and got him. They did. But you know, like, if you have a warrant and you get on the plane, like, it'll flag. Like, I'm thinking about that. Like, you know, I'm looking for those type of like big red flag signs. But it never happened. So I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. So then we're gonna fast forward March. We done seen each other for February. We done seen each other January. We done spent all this time together. March come. Mind y'all, we're supposed to move in May. Like, everything's, lease is signed. Like, I'm getting out of my lease. We moving to Houston May. So he come down in March, and it's like all the signs were there then. And these were signs I didn't notice. But he'll tell y'all he noticed, because when we talked about it, he was like, yeah. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I noticed. So he came down in March, and he was there for like a few days. Normally when he come down here, he stay for like a week or two or a month. He don't care. Like, if I be wanting him to stay, he gonna stay. So this particular time, it was a little different. It wasn't bad different. Like, we was vibing, doing what we always do. And I was just telling him like, oh, we were talking about a bank situation, like getting a credit card, not a credit card, getting like a bank together so that we can, you know, like, we were starting to merge like little stuff like that, because, you know, we have an account and all of this stuff. So I was like, okay, let's go to the bank and see if we can get one. And he didn't really want to go to the bank. He was like, nah, I know they're not gonna get it. He didn't want to go because, like, he kind of knew they wasn't gonna do it. So y'all, we went to the bank, and they told us, they were like, oh, like, your name is flagged, so we gotta call to see why your name is flagged. So when they said that, I'm looking at him like, flag? Like, I'm thinking like, okay. Mind y'all, the whole time I knew there was a situation going on, but like I said, he told me he had it under control, so I'm not really worried for real. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe, you know, back in the day, y'all, everybody was doing bank fraud or whatever. So if somebody did bank fraud on your card on different accounts, they will literally freeze all of that. Like, you can't get no bank nowhere. So I'm thinking it's something like that, and that's probably why, like, they got a call. So boom, they did that. We went about our lovely old day. Mind y'all, the day before this is the weird thing. The day before this, y'all, I went outside to my car, and when I went to my car, my door was open. Not like wide open, it was like cracked. Like, you know how somebody open your door and close it, but they don't close it all the way, but it's still not like shut fully, so you can still like pull on it. So I went to my car, and I'm like, why is my car open? Like, I opened the door, and like everything is ramsacked. basically. Like, they went through my glove compartment, they went through the center console. Yeah, I had money in my car. I had like change in my car. I had both of my Canon cameras in my car. So it's like, if somebody was in my car to steal something, why didn't they take this? And then we had went to this place where you have to show your IDs, and when you show your ID, they write your name on like the little game card. And he had his in my center console, and when you opened it, it just said his name on the card. But me, I'm not thinking that. I'm just like, who the hell been in my car? So I went back in the house. I'm like, you went in my car last night? Like, you was looking for something? He like, no. I'm like, somebody was in my car. Like, somebody was in my car, but they didn't steal nothing. Like, weird, right? So then we went to the bank the next day, did all that. He had to call somebody. They're like, oh, the dude was like, oh yeah, they say you can't get a car with us, whatever. So we like, okay, cool, we leave. Y'all, literally, we get home, we just chilling. Like, we had a good little talk. It's like, now when we think about it, it's kind of like, these were the signs. Like, we was having a talk, and we were just like, dang, like how we really doing content, and just like, you know, stepping into like a new income and stuff like that. Like, we had a really good talk, and it just felt good. And literally that night we were playing, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, we playing. Like, I'm asleep, and it's like he screamed or something, and he scared me, and I jumped up, and I was like, what the hell? Like, it was like we were scaring each other that night. It was like 5 in the morning. He scared me, so then I heard him get up and go to the kitchen. So then I scared him, and we was just laughing. Like, we were literally playing, y'all. Then this is where it get crazy. Y'all ready? So now it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I jump up out of my sleep because all I hear is banging, like boom, 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 like they beating the door down, y'all. And me, I'm so slow. I'm like, I jump up, and I'm like, I tell him to get up. I'm like, get up. Like, the neighbors arguing. I kid y'all not, I said that. I said, the neighbors are arguing. Let's go see what they arguing about. Like, who yelling? Like, what the heck is going on? Mind y'all, these people is banging on the door, and they're screaming. But the way my apartment was set up is like, the door's right here, and then there's a bathroom door that connects to my bedroom. So both these doors were closed. So it's like, all the doors was closed, so you can't really hear unless you go out. So instead of me walking through the bathroom, I got up and I walked around, like through this door. Walked around, and I just literally, it was like a movie to me, I'm not gonna lie. I stood and looked at the door, and I heard them beat, like I heard them beating my door. They was like, boom, boom, boom. They saying his name. They like, come out right now. Like, they like, U.S. Marshal. I'm like, what the heck? So I don't even know where he at. I don't know what he was doing at the time. I was just like, what the heck is going on? I walked to the door. I looked through a peephole. I can't see nothing because they have the peephole covered. So I was like, who is it? And it was like, U.S. Marshal, open the door now. So I was just like, who? I still opened the door. Yeah, I'm delirious. It's early in the morning. So I opened the door. They pushed the door open, and they pull me out. Like, literally, I have no time to talk. They push the door open, pull me out, and then he just like gradually put my hands behind my back and put me on the floor. Like, I'm in a freaking gown on my knees, just like shaking. Like, I literally was shaking. Like, oh my god, like what? Like, it literally felt like a movie. Like, I kid y'all not, it felt like a movie. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's just light outside. I'm just shaking. I'm just shaking, y'all. Like, I'm terrified because I don't know what is going on right now. Like, like, I'm lost. So they like, is he in there? Is he y'all? He can't go nowhere. He can't go nowhere. He can't run. He can't hop out. He couldn't do nothing. So I'm just like, I'm literally out of it, and I'm just like, yeah, like yeah. And he asked me where he at, so I'm telling them, but they didn't go inside because he ended up coming out. He was coming out anyway. So I'm just like, yeah, like I can't even talk. So I'm just like, yeah, he's like, I'm stuttering, and I'm just like telling them. And then, but he was already, as I'm telling them, he was crawling on the floor, like crawling like with his hands out, so they won't do nothing. So then I kind of like snapped out of it, and I was like, please don't kill him. Like, don't kill him, please don't kill him, because I was so lost, y'all. I was so freaking terrified, and I'm just like, what is going on? But the whole time I'm out there, he was calling his mom on the phone. That's why he didn't come out and stuff. So yeah, they got all of that. They got him basically, and then he looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, what the, like, I'm just like, I just kept like, I don't know, I still don't even know what to say. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And then the police officer finally was like, okay, he has a warrant for his arrest, da, 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 da. And just like, basically he had a warrant, and they came to get him. They came to get him, and I'm just like, all of this behind a warrant? Like, this man done shot and killed somebody or something? Like, literally, the way that they came deep was crazy. Y'all, I was so out of it, I did not even notice that when they opened that door, they had guns literally pointed in my face. Like, that's how out of it I was. Like, I was out of it. And so they basically just was telling me like, you're not in trouble, we just came to get him, da, 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 da. So we just outside, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, it's my fault, it's my fault. We went to the bank. I wanted to go to the bank, and he said he didn't want to go to the bank. So I'm like, went to the bank, and he just telling me like, Bree, it's not your fault, it's not your fault. He just apologizing me because of what's going on. And then at first he was like, it's over, like, this is it, like, it's over. And I'm just like, no, like, yeah, I was crying so bad because I'm like, I just lost my best friend. Like, that's how I felt at the moment. Like, I just lost my best friend. Like, this is the love of my life. Like, what? Like, there's nothing I can do right now, no. So that's what happened, and that's really the reason why I never spoke about this, was because for me, like, people may think, oh, they just came about your boyfriend. No, that really traumatized me. Like, literally, like 2 days later, my friend like ordered me flowers through DoorDash, and I was in my room with the doors closed because I stayed alone. So I was in my room with the doors closed, and she basically surprised me. She didn't tell me she was ordering nothing. She got my address and she ended up sending it. And I heard knocking on the door. Like, I heard knocking on the door, and it was like PTSD. Like, when I heard it, I was like, I just immediately started shaking, and I was scared. And I'm just like, I was on the phone with her, like, she was trying to talk to me to see like if I got it or whatever. But the lady was like pulling up. So when I got to the door, I look out. It's like the same thing, y'all. I go out the door, I look through the peephole, I don't see nobody. So then I'm like, what the hell? So I opened the door. I'm thinking like, these people finna come back to get me. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head, like, they about to come back, even though they already said like it has nothing to do with me, which I know that because it literally had nothing to do with me. Like, I'm like, I opened the door, and I just seen the flowers on the floor. Like, the lady was leaving, and I was like, oh my god, like, it, like, my heart dropped, and I just broke down crying. And my friend was like, oh, why are you crying? I said, I'm not crying because you got me flowers. Like, I'm crying because I'm literally traumatized. Like, that whole moment, like, threw me for a loop. Like, it literally, like, it made me feel some type of way. So, like, for like that week, like, anything that had to do with like knocking on the door, I was like shaking up about it. But it went away, you know, because I knew like, okay, they're not coming back for you, they're not coming back for you. But again, y'all, the case that he was fighting was 3 years ago, like, before I met him. So it's not like, oh, he's doing this now, he's into this, and that's why they came to get him. No, it was simply because he had a warrant. He didn't go to court, and he didn't go back to Cincinnati, so they came to get him. So for all those narratives, oh, you were hiding him, how can you hide somebody that's not hiding? We're all over TikTok. How can you hide somebody that's not hiding? How can you hide somebody that's getting on planes? How can you hide somebody that's traveling here, traveling there? Like, nobody was hiding. And that's probably another reason how they found him. Like, it was a lot of factors on how they found him. The bank, I don't think the bank did it. I think they were already looking into him because they knew where I stayed. Nobody knows where I stayed. So yeah, all that hiding him. And what else y'all was saying that I did? yeah, basically it had nothing to do with me. Honestly, it had nothing to do with me. The case was 3 years ago. He had a warrant. He didn't go to court. Boom, boom, bam. They came and got him. They were standing no business, basically. Yeah. So then he went to jail in Orange County first, and then he got extradited. He'll tell y'all about that. I don't know how that process went, but he got extradited to Ohio, and then that's where he basically was at for the majority of the time, because he got caught here, but they won't sentence him here because his charges weren't here. Yeah, we were working on and off the clock. We had a lawyer, all of that good stuff. What else can I tell y'all? Yeah, we just didn't speak about a lot of stuff because a lot of stuff don't need to be said, and it's like, yeah, we understand that y'all support us, but a lot, like, everything probably don't have to be public. If I don't want to tell y'all, I don't have to tell y'all. If you want to look it up and do your own research, by all means do that. But trying to tell somebody else's business because they don't want to tell you on your time is kind of crazy to me. And a lot of people be trying to like tell our business when it's not a secret. We never said it was a secret. It's just some things, if we can keep it private, we're gonna keep it private and tell y'all when we're ready to tell y'all, because y'all are not living the life. Y'all are not in our shoes or understanding. And the reason why I kept, like, even his situation, like him going to court and when his next court date, is because a lot of people are negative. A lot of people don't even have nothing good to say. Most people just want to know the tea so that they could spread the tea, flip it, and throw it around and say he never getting out, like just being negative. Like, and I was protecting that peace. I didn't want to hear none of that. I didn't want to hear nothing negative. I wanted my faith to be strong. I didn't want nobody to make me question my faith or think about anything that was against what I believe God was telling me. You feel me? So that's a major part of why I personally didn't say stuff. And even now, like, my boyfriend's coming home. He have an out date, but it's not a secret about how much time he has. It's just a lot of stuff y'all don't understand either, and y'all think that like lack of knowledge. Like, if you don't know something and you see it, you think that's what it is, when it's not really that. And I don't be wanting to keep explaining, oh, this and that, this and that. So, you know, and we really appreciate to the people who wrote a letter, a character letter for him. We really appreciate y'all. It definitely helped his case 10 times 10 times 10. And just having God on your side is the best feeling ever. And I think that's how we got here. And I'm grateful. I'm happy. And I'm just waiting for my boyfriend to come home, because yeah, he's coming home. Y'all gonna blink your eyes and be like, damn, how much time he did for real? You get what I'm saying? And then, like, with him going to court, we didn't really know what was what, because it was happening so fast. I'm not gonna lie. By the grace of God, y'all, my boyfriend is like blessed beyond measures, because by the grace of God, y'all, he went to court every day. Not every day, every month. It's people still in jail that still ain't been to their first court day. Like, when he got to Ohio, he went to court, then he went to the next court, then he went to court every single month. And the process is moving fast. Like y'all, I kid y'all, it's moving fast. So as far as like how much time he was gonna get and what this and that, we didn't know literally up until his court date, because the process of everything. So when we got to court and we found out, it was kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, when I went to court, y'all, I was trying to stay strong and keep it together, and then I ended up breaking down and crying, and then I kind of held it together. But once, I feel like my feelings were mostly towards the way he would feel, because it may seem weird to y'all, but I feel whatever my boyfriend feel, honestly. Like, when it comes to stuff like that, like, I'll be feeling for him. Like, me, I know I could, like, I'll be okay, or I could thug it or whatever. And I was just, at the time, I was just anxious about, like, how is he gonna feel about this? Like, so when we was told the time, I was more so like, okay, go up there and tell him and how he feeling, like how he feel about it. So like, once I seen him and I see him smiling and like I heard his voice, it just put me at ease. Like, okay, he good, I'm good. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, he cool, I'm cool. He could do it, I could do it. Like, and it's not like he's not gonna be in there forever, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he's gonna be home, and y'all gonna be like, how the heck? But if you know how prison work, you know how prison work. But y'all be asking, okay, how much time he got? So I'm gonna break it down for y'all one time only, okay? So he has 38 months, but when you go to prison, you will not serve your full time. Also, they have programs for non-violent offenders and first-time offenders. This is his first time going to prison, y'all. He qualifies for so many programs that literally knocks his sentence down. Y'all get my drift? So he will not serve his full time. You only have to do a certain amount of percentage, and then he also has programs. So he's not going to be in there that long. He's looking at about next year-ish, if that makes sense. Which we already pretty much done with this year. So he's looking at probably about a year. You feel me? About a year and a little dibble-dabble. You feel me? So to nip that in the bud, for all the people that think they want to clock the tea and tell the tea, there's literally nothing to clock and tell, because when you know the facts, you know the facts. But yeah, y'all, he gonna be home, and I'm excited. I'm happy. Y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means. Yeah, y'all, so as far as like moving, I don't want to move without my boyfriend at all. I'm basically just going to wait for my man, as I should, and then when we move, everything will be everything, and I can't wait. But that was a little story time for y'all. I hope that kind of answered y'all questions about what happened, how I feel. I'm happy. I couldn't be better. Like, it's over, y'all. Honestly, I feel like the biggest weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. He probably most definitely feels the same, but I just feel like it's finally like we could breathe. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's no more wondering like how much time he got. Like, honestly, y'all, God gave him so much grace. Like, you can't be nothing but grateful. Y'all, this boy was facing 11 years. That was the max he could have got, 11 years. And he got 38 months. So I feel like God gave him the grace that he deserved, because he's a changed person. Like, the Packy that y'all see is the Packy that I know. Like, that's a new, improved Packy, a man growing into be a better man. Like, so, you know, we all have a past. And just because you didn't get caught in yours don't mean you don't have a past. You feel me? Like, we all been through something. We all grew up differently. It's about how you grow and learn from those things. And I feel like he's grown and learned from those. So I can't do nothing but respect it and hold my man down. My man, he's not in those streets. So it's not like I'm holding down a street man. Like, you feel me? Like, he's a changed person, and I can't do nothing but respect him for that. And honor the person that he is growing to be. So that's pretty much it for this video. Y'all know I love my man down. I love him down. He love me down. He's obsessed. I'm obsessed. We finna have a baby next. No, I'm just playing. But no, for real, I'm getting married too. I just want y'all to know, for all the people that's out there wondering, I'm definitely in the ring. I'm definitely getting that last name. All my kids finna have the same initials. Yeah, I'm excited. But thank y'all for watching. I hope I answered all y'all questions, or the questions that y'all did have. I know y'all probably gonna ask more, but if somebody out here lying, send them the link to this video, because this is where the facts is at. And if I missed anything, just put it in the comments, let me know. I could make something else. But other than that, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. This video was very much long overdue. I love y'all. We love y'all. He'll be calling in a minute, but we love y'all. PNB fam. See y'all in the next